Hello world, my name is Shane Isaac and I invented Earth2. You'll have to forgive me for any mistakes. I've slept about 10 hours in the past 3 days and this is the first time I've ever broadcasted anything live in my life. And boy oh boy did I choose a great time to start. I invented Earth2 as an escape, an alternate reality that exists around us. A place that is accessible for free by everyone. A place for creativity, education, commerce, experiences, interaction, trade, and much more. A place that can reward hard work, exposure, and dedication. I did not want to create an experience where players felt as if they are just binary data on some unknown server in some unknown place. I feel the concept of Earth2 is very magical. The fact we have geographically linked the place you are standing to the same place in Earth2 is a feeling I cannot perfectly describe. Though the full Earth2 system is not online yet, I tell you that as I walk this planet, I already sense Earth2 around me. An alternate reality should be felt from within your physical presence, and I believe the core foundation of Earth2 will achieve this. I next need to thank each and every single one of you. If I could do this personally with a hug, I surely would. Your support of this project has been second to none, and I am overwhelmingly humbled that so many thousands of people share the same dream with us from around the world. I take screenshots of the positive comments, and when I'm feeling down, drained, and exhausted, I read them, and I remember why I'm working so hard. So I thank you. The reason I launched Earth2 in November was to make sure that Earth2 was launched in 2020. We had no idea that we would experience the growth that we had. 2020 has been an extremely bad year for many people, with COVID stricken the world. My family and I, we had actually planned to travel to America this year, and that plan was taken away due to COVID. I looked at the future and I thought, well, you know what? I've been working on Earth2, and Earth2 can be an escape for people in these type of situations. And I thought 2020 has been a bad enough year for everybody. I didn't realize it would become this popular so quickly, but I wanted to look back at 2020 and see that Earth2 launched in 2020, and that we could look back and think, well, at least something good came out of 2020. So I think I've got a message for coronavirus and any other future diseases that decide to stricken this world. So from Earth2 to the coronavirus, I say, stuff you. We have experienced about 12 months of growth in the past 2 weeks. Never in our wildest dreams did we expect this would occur in such a short period of time. We soft launched on November 3, thinking that we would ramp up for maybe 3 to 6 months. We'd be able to, find bugs and fix issues, and we knew that we would grow with a user base, but nothing like what we've experienced so far. We've been inundated with support, but also a lot of issues have occurred, and I apologize for that. I apologize that we haven't been able to handle that with the size of the team that we have. It did catch us off guard. To experience like 12 months of growth in 2 weeks is very hard to handle. And I must say that our team, I've got an amazing team around me, and they have been working very, very hard to keep up with support, to keep up with the inquiries, and to keep as many key functions online as we could, as much as possible. Thank you very much for your patience. early next year, we will be expanding our team to help give you a faster turnaround for a number of things, a number of areas. I realize that there are a number of services offline at the moment, and they are delayed. We're working hard to fix those. Again, I promise you that whatever the issue is, we're backdating everything. If you have an issue in our support email, support@earth2.io, then we will fix it. It just may take a little bit of time until we catch up. It's probably about 0.5% of people or less that are experiencing issues, but because we've had such a large number of users join, especially over the past 2 weeks, we just can't handle even that 0.5% right now. I could talk all day about Earth2, but the main reason for this video feed is just to show you guys some faces, show our faces to you all. Hopefully that will alleviate some concerns that people have been having, and people thinking that we're faceless. This wasn't intentional. We didn't intend to kind of not show our faces. We put our faces on the team page, but sometimes people want to see the real thing. They want to make sure we're real, and here we are. I'd just like to say one more thing before I go to Thomas, and that is we are growing very quickly. We're trying to keep the main things up for people to have a good experience, but we also ask the community to try and work with us as well. I know many of you are supporting us. So if there's something you're doing on Earth2 and you feel like you probably shouldn't be doing it, then there's a good chance that you shouldn't be doing it. So if you could just try and follow the rules for now, because we have history on everything that's taking place, and the last thing I would want to do is investigate accounts for doing certain things. So just try and follow the rules for now, and we would really appreciate that, and we thank you for your patience. We'll now go to Thomas, and Thomas will introduce himself and also some of the other members of the team who are here today. Thank you.
Thanks, Shane. When people maybe are not seeing me. Okay. How are you, first of all? I'm reading a lot of comments from all social media, and I'm glad you are here, really, a lot. My name is Thomas. I'm from Italy, and I'm the community manager for this incredible project. I worked with many companies into the marketing aspect and MOD, programming, texturing. Two of my biggest projects and collaboration were with the Freedom team and VRVR, a virtual reality website company. Yeah, then we have Dylan Sa.
Is it my turn to introduce myself?
Mm-hmm.
So my name is Dylan. I'm happy to be part of the Earth2 project as a business advisor. Previously, I was involved in a company called Oculus. I know many people have been speculating whether I'm real to the group or not. Here I am. I'm not a deepfake either. I hope, in modern days, AI makes a lot of interesting tweaks, but I am who I am. Some people are saying I'm not the co-founder of Oculus. I don't know how to prove this, but I did join the company as a co-founding member and also received the stock grants for being the early member of the company. A lot of people have been searching for my personal information through Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. But yeah, it was kind of interesting to see how people were reacting about my profile. But I'm super excited to be part of the team and looking forward to help Shane to shape this Earth2 project as compelling as possible. And good to see you guys all through the social media channel. Thomas?
All right, thank you, Dylan. Next we have Wolfgang.
Yeah, hi. My name is Wolfgang Walk, German speaking, and I'm a game designer since the 90s, and did tons of projects. Earth2 will easily be by far the biggest one I'm working on, and I still cannot really believe to be part of this amazing thing. And yeah, so insofar, If you don't believe I'm a part of it, I can completely sympathize with that. But I am, obviously, at least Shane thinks I am and relies on me. And so I hope I will be up to the task. Yeah, that's all I can say, Thomas.
Perfect. Thank you. And then Nathaniel.
Hello, guys. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm known for being an asset store dev. Started 8 years ago. I helped thousands of customers. I started with terrain and then with optimization. So I help many developers optimize the game. And then I also work on a game called Drone the Game. My experience. Yeah. And I'm working on the terrain system at the moment for Earth2. And I'm very happy to be part of the project and think it's something unique, something very cool. I'm very excited how it will continue. And that's it.
Okay, thanks, Nathaniel. So yeah, this stream will be mostly a introduction, if we can say like that. We're not going to read all the comments because you guys really are a lot. Thank you guys again. Shane, are we going to answer a couple of questions now?
Yes.
What do you think? All right. So
we'll move through the questions quite quickly. We'll try to answer very high level.
Yeah, we have really a lot of them. So this is a question we receive hundreds of times per day via email, messages, and so forth. When will Dubai be available to purchase?
Yeah, so I can only imagine what the streams are like with people chatting right now. I did read rumors of everybody saying they're going to come into the chat and spam Dubai, 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 and that wouldn't surprise me because we have been inundated with emails asking about Dubai. Unfortunately, we can't tell you exactly when that will open, but what we can say is that when it does, we will give you notice. At the moment, it's been restricted for a few reasons, some religious reasons and some cultural reasons, and we are working around ways that we can bring that back online. To be honest, if we hadn't have gone viral, then we probably would have been able to handle it by now, but we've been keeping up with a number of other more critical issues, and we will get to it as soon as we have a chance to breathe. Thanks, Thomas.
All right, thank you, Shane. When will you support MFA, also known as multi-factor authentication?
Yeah, so the MFA is definitely in the pipeline. We do see it as something that's very important, and we want to bring it out in the very near future. We actually have it sitting almost complete. We keep getting distracted on other urgent issues, but it is almost complete. So you could definitely expect it within the next week, I would say, hopefully sooner. We realize a lot of people would like to activate that. It will be optional. So to activate it, you would have to go to your settings and turn it on. But I can say as well that we use Auth0. These guys are a very reputable company. They're very, very safe. So yeah, they will protect logins that they don't believe are you. So you do have that safety right now. But the MFA will obviously add a lot of additional safety for you guys, and should be within the next week. Thanks.
All right. Will it be possible to merge or divide properties? Will we ever be able to split land claims down or combine them?
So this is also another question we get asked very often, and the answer at the moment is no. We don't have plans to subdivide or join properties together. There's a number of reasons for that, which will probably become more evident to you as we move forward and more details come out. However, we're not ruling it out completely. We have talked about subdivision, At the moment, it's not in the scope, but I'm not saying it won't be in the future. But yeah, it will become more obvious as things progress as to why we're not doing this. Thanks.
All right. Why does it take so long to get support and withdrawals?
Yeah, so this is, a lot of people are sending us multiple emails in support, multiple emails to withdraw funds. This is happening very often, and we do apologize for this. We do understand, like, we can put ourselves in your shoes, and we understand that you're looking at yourself in this, and we understand that you want instant support, you want to withdraw credits instantly. We get that, and if it was me, I would also be impatient and wondering what's going on. But as I alluded to earlier, we've experienced probably about a year's growth, a good year's growth in about 2 weeks at the moment, and our internal systems are just maxed. We did not expect this type of reaction, and I apologize that it is taking time, but we will get to it. Yeah, I can't give exact dates, but we're working as fast as we can. Definitely in early next month, we will be putting on more staff once everybody comes out of holiday mode. That'll give us a better opportunity to catch up.
But at the same time, I think it is important to point out that it is a very difficult task for us to handle easily, because we have to make sure that your investment is protected. Also, we need to validate who you are, and also we are trying to make more hires in the future to make sure that we can handle this issue more efficiently. But we just can't hire anybody to handle something very sensitive. So we are doing our best effort to make sure that we are protecting your transaction, also be able to handle the process more efficiently. So we do really appreciate your patience, but we are aware of the problem. So we're going to work due diligently to make sure that everything goes smoothly.
I mean, just to add to that, like, sometimes I'll want to sleep, and then I'll look and I'll think, oh, some people are waiting. So I'll actually go and process some myself, and in addition to the other team members that are working on that. So we do treat it seriously. We know that you guys are waiting, and we do appreciate your patience. Thanks, Thomas.
All right. Next, why should I buy land on a famous spot if the original monument location is not the same of Earth-1?
Yeah, so this is a question that we get asked often, and it's a very relevant question, and we have plans for this. So to buy in a popular location like a landmark or an area with high foot traffic is still advantageous. You still have, I would say, there's probably higher long-term advantage over that in the long-term goals of the project. This is because, being a famous place, I guess people, when inside Earth2, will be wondering first what is in that location in Earth2. So the Statue of Liberty, what's there in Earth2? Popular places will probably be visited more often. And secondly, as I have, it's in our promotional video at the end, and I've probably mentioned it a couple of times, but we are planning for a location-based access portal into Earth2. This is something that I strongly believe in. In my introduction, I talked about feeling Earth2 around you, and I really I want people to experience that firsthand. So we do want to have an application on your mobile, your smartphone, that you can tap into Earth2 and see what's happening around you in the future. Now, obviously, people visit famous places more often, or places with higher foot traffic. So the land that you own in a place that's got a lot of foot traffic and people with phones can access it is immediately more popular than somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Having said that, we we certainly hope in the future that people will build cities out in the middle of the ocean or out in the middle of nowhere. I think that would be really, really cool. Thanks, Thomas.
All right. You mentioned you will be releasing a video of the Earth2 terrain system. When will that be ready?
So I'll just say something quickly, and then I'll pass this to Nathaniel. So we had the system ready to film, and we were planning to release a promo video probably maybe a week and a half or so ago, a week ago. Because we went viral, we didn't want to increase that virality, as stupid as it sounds. We actually put off releasing the video because we weren't sure if that was just going to throw oil on the fire, so to speak. So so during that time, we didn't sit down. Nathaniel said, okay, well, I can use this time to improve other areas within the terrain system. So he has been working on additional updates, and we're probably looking at about a week or two away as soon as we get our systems in place. But I'll pass it to Nathaniel to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so basically release will be in like next week or the week after. Can tell a bit about the terrain system. It's the goal is to render the entire Earth and also have the visibility of the entire Earth, basically like Flight Simulator 2020, but then with the quality of a AAA game up close and even beyond that. So it's something we look forward to showing, and yeah, and it's also really optimized well, and it's really can be downscaled to lower hardware. So yeah, I'm really excited to show that video. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Anything else to add about this question?
The terrain system that Nathaniel has created is amazing. I already use it as an escape, and it's a terrain system at present, but I use it as an escape just to fly around inside daily if I can. I find it very therapeutic, and I'm really excited as Nathaniel is really excited to release that so people can gauge an idea of where we're entering into Earth2 with, and what we're aiming toward.
All right. And when phase 2 and 3?
Yeah. So yeah, phase 2 is coming. Wolfgang has been working very hard on the details of phase 2. We'll probably be releasing a statement over the next couple of days that will be a prelude to the phase 2 release, but you could probably expect more details in January, but I'll pass that to Wolfgang to answer a little bit more about.
Yeah, we're working on the basic designs. The challenge is to really come up with a system that will hold a couple of years down the road, and already giving you something to work with, something to see, something where you have a feeling Earth2 is a real thing. So yeah, the design documentation is growing, and there will be more details about what we are up to. I think, yeah, sometime next week. And I'm really looking forward to it, and what do you think about it? Of course, we have to start slow. We have to start with the very basic things, but it will be a tree that will grow and grow and grow, and will be a huge thing a couple of years down the road.
All right. Thank you, Wolfgang. Are Shane and Dylan the same person?
Yes, well, I think about 3 days ago, the general chat went into meltdown with a number of, there's a lot of conspiracies floating around, and the general chat went into meltdown maybe 3 or 4 days ago with people saying that Dylan and Shane are the same person. So that's just another one floating around there. As you can see, we're different people in different countries, but I don't know if that will satisfy people or not.
Shane, you're my missing white brother.
You're my missing Korean brother.
In truth,
So obviously,
maybe
you're two different people.
Well, maybe not on Earth 2. Maybe we've just divided in Earth 1 for this feed.
All right, thank you guys. Is Dylan co-CEO for Oculus? Are you guys real? Like, I think so, but
Yeah, so I wasn't definitely co-CEO of Oculus. I was the country manager and business manager for Korean operation. I think that clearly states that, you know, a lot of the articles that you find on the internet. But I did join the company as a co-founding member, meaning that I did take the co-founder stock. So I hope that clarifies that answer. I hopefully have no more issues on that one. I know in general chat, people are wondering, you know, whether I'm real true co-founder of Oculus, but I did join the company as a co-founding member for sure.
Yeah.
okay. Will the buildings be removed from the map? Will roads be in the game?
No. Wolfgang?
Sorry, yeah, I was muted.
No, I jump in. Okay. Well, yeah, Earth 2 will basically be a clean slate in the beginning. There will be no artificial things. Everything nature offers will be there. Everything humans build will not be there. There are multiple reasons for that. For the buildings, obviously, because we want you to build stuff. For the roads, we do not want you to have to adhere to human infrastructure as it is. You should be allowed to build stuff in the middle of what is now a desert or whatever. So we want you to create the roads and every other transport system. We want you to create the cities. We want you to create Earth 2 and not predetermine what is on it. That's basically the reason. Maybe Shane can add more to that because he came up with the original idea.
Oh yes, well, I think what Wolfgang has said is exactly right. You know, I'm not sure if these questions have come from users, so I'm not sure exactly what the user was referring to here. I mean, on the map that you see now, those buildings will remain there because they are a reference point to what's in Earth 1 as compared to Earth 2. So in the future, there may be filters on that map that you can see what's in Earth 2, you can see what is in Earth 1, and compare them together. So in a sense, those buildings will remain on the map, but when we get to the actual phase of building inside Earth 2, yes, as Wolfgang has said, it will be a clean slate. It will be beautiful. I know that Wolfgang has mentioned in the past that he may not even build anything on the land, but I'm sure people will be itching to build something and be creative. So I'm very curious to see what will happen. And just another thing that I would say as well, like this isn't a question that's come up here, but I will just add to it very quickly. The person who owns the land will not necessarily need to carry out all of the construction or building. The owner of the land will have first choice if they want to do that because they own the land. But if they would prefer to potentially rent it out, or if they would prefer to leave it open for other people to build structures on your land, then that is also a possibility. You see, we hope that, or we are aiming for everything inside Earth 2 to have intrinsic value that will flow onto extrinsic value. So the benefits of having other people spend time building structures on your land is beneficial for you because it will increase the value of your land essentially. Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks to you. Satellite and map are different. What if I buy a beach, but then it's water?
Yeah, so this is another thing that has come up from time to time. I mean, we've all been using GPS images for a long time now. I think we all kind of get it that the map view and the satellite view can look a little bit different. So I would be erring more toward the satellite view being more accurate as to what is exactly there in real life, and less on the actual map view. The map view is more for, just to see the street names and addresses more clearly. The satellite view is what is actually there. So if you've bought a beach that's here and then you've looked in the map and suddenly the land looks over there, I would say that the satellite image is confirming that this is where the actual beach is. Thanks, Thomas.
All right. What about paying people to promote Earth2?
Yeah, so this is something that I've seen come up quite a bit, and people are pointing fingers at everybody and accusing everybody of being paid by Earth2 to promote this and promote that. We have not paid any influencer, any person to promote anything with regards to Earth2. In fact, when we went viral a couple of weeks ago, we were kind of hoping that things might die down a little bit so we could get some time to catch up. So we haven't paid anybody for any kind of promotion. I heard that the reason for the virality, I guess I can say this, I found out now, was a person called Dallas. I think he posted something on TikTok, and that just went bang, and we just received so much traffic on the website in such a short period of time. We were blown away. And then we got a nice little message from Dallas saying, "Hey guys, sorry, I think I just crashed your servers," which pretty much happened. So I appreciate the apology, but we haven't paid him or anybody else. We were just minding our own business in the corner.
All right. What about resources? Is there any logic, or will it be random? How will resources be found received? If I have land on a mine, will I get gold or other metals? Or if I own some land on an oil refinery, will I get oil? Wolfgang?
Well, usually the oil is not under the refinery in the soil, so I wouldn't bet on that. If you're living on a gold mine, on a real gold mine, your chances are way better. The thing is, most probably resources won't be random, completely random. There will probably be some random element to the stuff you find on your soil. There will be things like terraforming, where you have influence over what kind of resources you can basically dig up. With some investments into a certain technology, you can maximize on certain resources. So a lot of it will be in the hands of the players. We have an idea what you can find where, and we do not want to disappoint your expectations. If you buy a piece of land in the middle of the rainforest, you expect wood and water, and you do not want to find sand, maybe. It will not be complete random, definitely not.
Okay, thank you, Wolfgang. Will there be PvP, or player versus player?
Well, yes, if you want to engage in PvP, we will offer you some PvP. If you do not want to do that, you're free not to do so. Nobody can force you to fight against other players. Earth2 will be a place for everyone. You can find what you're looking for on Earth2. That is our vision.
Okay, thank you. Any roadmap, future plans, and info about the project? Why haven't you provided more information and documentation?
So I think this is a valid point, and we understand that. We have been, like, I've certainly told all members of the team to tell anybody if they don't want to buy, or if there's not enough information for them to buy land in Earth2, then don't do it yet. Just wait and see what we're coming out with next. there's certainly no pressure to buy land. Certainly, if you're unsure, then just sit back and wait, because there will be more information to come out, and that information will be important as we release it. Now, I think Dylan and Wolfgang kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier, to the fact that when you know, when we're working with this type of project, we don't want to make mistakes. We will make mistakes, but we don't want to make big mistakes. So we want to release information when we're sure about it. I can tell you that we do monitor communities with what people are talking about and what people are doing, and to some extent that does affect our decisions. So we don't want to tie ourselves down to any extreme rules or extreme documentation right now. We feel that Earth2 can be a lot of things, and our plans certainly intend for it to be a lot of things. So I'm sorry that we don't have an exact roadmap just yet, but the best recommendation that I can give you is just to wait until you're satisfied enough with what our roadmap is.
All right. Thank you, Shane. Is this only a
Sure.
VR game? Oh, sorry.
Just add a couple of points what Shane said. So I know many people are asking privately to all our dev team here, asking questions about the roadmap. But it is very difficult for us to comment any roadmaps in a private channels or private messages. It's simply because that can sometimes offer unfair advantages for those people who have not heard the news. So any type of video games that you play out there, especially like I'm a big fan of MMORPG type, where they have frequent patches, frequent announcements, but no companies actually share their roadmap or features in their private channels. So what I would recommend people to do is use public announcement. That's our official stance. So I hope you don't constantly ask us the questions on our roadmap on our private messages, because we're not going to be able to answer them at all.
All right. Is this only a VR game or also computer console? Wolfgang and Shane.
Well, obviously, PC will play a big role. It's already a web-based thing right now, and for a couple of months it will remain a web-based kind of game. If we start phase 2, it will start a web-based. So your browser on the PC will be the platform. Later it will be an open world game, basically, which runs on PC. Probably consoles too. And later VR, mixed reality, augmented reality. Shane mentioned that application where you're sitting basically in some place in Venice or Berlin or New York or whatever, and you see what is there on Earth 2. So there are a lot of possibilities that we are striving for, but it always will take time, obviously.
And just to add a couple of comments to what Wolfgang says, so VR will be sort of an additional feature where people can really enjoy the immersiveness of what they have created or other people have created. We don't want the VR to be the main feature of the game, because we don't want people to own the VR headset to play the game. But those people who own VR headset will definitely enjoy the some of the features that we are planning to create. So to answer the question properly, no, it's not going to be VR focused game, but VR will be an additional feature that people will definitely enjoy from the Earth 2.
So long term, that definitely is our goal. We see a real reason to start setting up a platform for this now, and essentially that's what Earth2 is. It's a platform, and I guess what we're saying is we don't want to delay the ability for people to interact with our platform, to a stage where VR is widespread and emerging technologies are widespread. We want we want to start working on the platform now so that it builds over time. We continue to generate interest with various phases that we plan to roll out. For something like this to work, it needs to be big. It needs to have a lot of internal economies and a lot of internal systems to make it enjoyable. And that's, I guess, we're starting to build that now. We want it to be a future platform for something that, who knows, one day we want it to be the platform for something like Ready Player One or like The Matrix. We want to have that platform there for people to be able to immerse themselves into. But there's no reason why people can't, access it by web and then 3D by PC console, and we take it from there. Thanks, Thomas.
All right. This is more like a statement, not even a question, but someone said, paying people to say they have received a withdrawal and the Facebook accounts look fake. So basically everything is fake, like this is a scam or...
Yeah. I'm telling you now, I mean, if we had the ability to do this at such a scale, I don't think it's even possible. There's nobody out there that we have any contact with. These are just real players. I was contacted by a couple of them who were telling me they were being accused by things. So yeah, this is just snuck in there. But they're definitely real people. Thanks, Thomas.
All right. What if there is a user with a property next to mine? Will I see his tower, for example, also from my property, ruining so my habit and my possible incomes?
Well, as for neighbors, I have great neighbors right now. I have not so great neighbors in the past. Neighbors are always a topic. We do not really know how to handle this right now because that goes very much into the details, how we set up the entire system. Whether you can basically hide this tower from your view, especially from your land, or cloak it in some other way, I do not yet know. I see that at some point there will be a high demand for such a feature, and so probably we will have to think about something along that way. But how we would solve that, I cannot say, honestly, right now.
All right. Thank you, Wolfgang. Where is your business based, Shane?
Yeah, so our core business is based in Australia. So that's where our company is registered. We've been a registered company for a couple of years now. So this is nothing new. I know that people, we were nobody a couple of months ago, but we have been working on this for some time. We didn't expect the kind of growth that we ended up receiving. And as I mentioned earlier, the reason for launching in 2020 was so that we could look back at something that came out of 2020 that was good. So yeah, we are based in Brisbane and Sydney, Australia. And I guess I will also say that we get a number of people contacting us asking if they can we transfer money directly to your bank account because PayPal's not working, and can we do this, can we do that, can we use cryptocurrency, can we do other things? At this point in time, we're using PayPal because we feel it's a very reputable product, and we feel that I have heard that a lot of people cannot pay on PayPal, and I realize that, and I apologize for that, but PayPal are very good at filtering out potential AML and anti-money laundering kind of money. I'm not saying that is you. If your payments failed, PayPal maybe has a different reason for that, but we just Earth2 we feel is just too big at the moment to risk the wrong type of money coming in. We may change it in the future. We haven't decided yet, but at the moment that's how it's operating. So we're based in Australia. We're using PayPal as our payment system, and that's where we are at now. Thanks, Thomas.
Sorry.
So it might sound very strange when, but, we try to tell our users to hold your horses simply because, like we want to make sure that your payment is properly managed. Also, we want to make sure that your investment is protected. So you start to believe us that we are not here to scam anyone. I know there's a lot of the people are saying that this project might be a little fishy or scam or something, but that's up to you to believe. To be honest, we are only here to make sure that we are here to stay and to make sure that we make the Earth2 the best game out there. Also try to make sure that no one is screwed over in some way or another. And this is why we are sticking with PayPal, where PayPal gives us some credibility in that part. So all I want to say is that just trust us that we are going to do our best to make sure that your experience with Earth2 is the best out there.
Thanks, Dylan. Any idea when there will be an Earth2.io iOS or Android app?
Yeah, so we talked about that a little bit earlier, about there potentially being an app that will serve as a portal. We have plans for it. We haven't started full development on it yet, so I can't give an exact time frame. I know we get a lot of questions asking when is the app coming out? When is the app coming out? When it does come out, it will act as a kind of portal system. It will not be as much as the website as you see now, where you can probably purchase land. It would be more of a portal into Earth and seeing what's happening around you in Earth2, wherever you physically stand in this world. Yeah. Nobody could hear me, did you say? Okay, so the question was, is there any idea when there'll be an Earth2 iOS or Android app? And the answer was, we do have it in the pipeline, but we haven't began making it quite yet. So I can't give an exact answer on when that will be ready, but when it is ready, that will be more of the portal system, and which is something you can hold up and kind of see what's happening around you inside Earth2. We are considering making that into a separate or another element kind of game of Earth2, but it will probably not be something where you can interact and buy and sell land on the apps. Thanks, Thomas. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that was what I was going to as also follow up with at the end. Is I know that a lot of people are waiting for things like their taxes. They're waiting for things to happen. We are very, very aware of this. We are working on it. I did say that we were going to try something within the next 24 hours. We did try that. It did cause issues on the server, so we're still resolving that problem. All I can promise is that they will be backdated, and in retrospect, they will all be paid once we solve the issue. But I guess the problem is when we run it, the servers are stressed out, and it's not as simple as just setting up something on the side and letting it run on the side. We're receiving a very, very high volume of users. There are we've got massive RDS databases that are absolutely maxed out, and there are issues with, like, when we run it, there can be issues with deadlocks and other various things. So we are working on it, and once it's fixed, everything will be retrospectively paid.
All right, thank you, Shane. I've been reading the chat from all the social media, And thanks for pointing out that I was muted, but I knew about that. I was only talking with the team, that's why I was muted on OBS for the live stream. But by the way, yeah, this is basically all. We answered all the questions. Like, do we have anything else to add? Shane or Dylan, Wolfgang, Nathaniel?
Well, all I will add is that, you know, we appreciate the support. We hear the people that are, you know, struggling with getting support on various issues. We are dealing with that. We're going to try and catch up as soon as we can. We really appreciate the interest in Earth2 and the messages that we get daily. Just, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know the name, but just before I got onto this feed, I received a message from Mexico from an 18-year-old with his 13-year-old brother. They sent me a beautiful photo, and he wrote just such a touching, beautiful message. It really brought tears to my eye, kind of reading what he wrote. So thank you for that. And I do see a lot of other messages from people who have sent lovely messages of support. I read them, but I don't often have time to reply because I take this responsibility very seriously. I know there's a lot of people out there expecting big things, and there's a lot of people out there waiting for service to speed up and waiting for various things to get done. And most of the time, I really am focused on making sure we stay focused, the team stay focused on what they do. So yeah, I appreciate the support and accept that some people are waiting for help, and apologize.
All right. Well, I think this is all. I'd like to add a little thought about the scam thing, because I'm still reading the chat and still some user keeps saying this is a scam, we don't trust you. I mean, we love our job and we love what we are doing every day, even during holidays. For me and for the rest of the team, now is like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, and we love doing this. For us, not a problem. And the most important thing in this project, I think, is not only the game, but also you, because you are the community, you are the people that will keep supporting this incredible project. I've been receiving a lot of messages from all of you, really kind and with huge and important feedback. So the only thing I can say is thank you for everything. And yeah, this project is huge. I think we have the skills to keep working on it, and we will demonstrate to you what we can do. So yeah, give us a chance, if I can say that. We have a lot of features and new announcement coming in next days. Okay, anyone else has to add something? Nathaniel, Dylan?
Well, maybe the one thing, a game like Cyberpunk 2077 lasted 7 years in development, I think. Our project is bigger. We will release things definitely before 2027. Way before that, we will basically release what we have as soon as we have something, but bear with us. You can go to my Facebook profile, you can contact me. I have like 1,600 people from the German and international game industry in my friends list. I am not fake, I'm not a scam, and I will not give my face to a scam. That's for sure. But bear with us, we're only human, and we will do what we can.
Yeah, we are open books. I mean, you can search our names and read everything about us, our project, thesis, works. We are real, we are not fake, we are not AI. Elon Musk is not involved into this. We are not a human with a chipset in the back. Like, we are real, guys. And We are all fine. We're all working every day, really. It's important for us, this project, even if sometimes we receive probably bad feedback, but a lot of them are really, really good. So thank you guys a lot. This is all. If no one has to add anything else, I think we can end this stream. Again, this is not a Q&A, so we're not going to read all your questions and answer them, because really are a lot. Many of the questions I've been reading can be easily answered in the FAQ page in the website, or you can message me on Discord if you want to, and I will try to answer to all of you if you want. And maybe we're going to plan a Q&A during the next days. What do you think? I mean, not next days, but in the future for sure, with another live stream.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of examples out there, and I'm basically telling my team to cut out looking at the negative comments, because Earth2 is a positive place, and we need to focus on positive things. We are human. We do read the comments from time to time. That's one of the reasons why I save a lot of the positive comments. So when I do read negative comments from people, I do look at those positive comments and remember why I'm working so hard on this. But there'll be a lot of people who don't believe in a lot of things. You just look back through history. Every time that something new came out, everybody called it everything under the sun and said it was this and said it was that. And they're the same people who come back in 5 years and say, oh, I was there when I heard about that at the start, and I knew about that. So that's our goal, is to prove those people wrong, and we have a monumental task in front of us. We appreciate the support, and we've got thick skin, so we'll just keep doing what we're doing. If you don't believe what we're doing, then you don't need to get involved. We're not twisting arms. Yesterday there was a guy on our platform, because we're receiving a lot of payments and a lot of internal transactions. There's probably a very small percentage, maybe 0.1, 0.2% that have issues. But if you imagine thousands and thousands and thousands of transactions, some of them have had issues. And there was one example yesterday where a guy got charged $1,000 for something that he didn't expect. We looked through our records, we verified it, it was accurate. We refunded him the $1,000 within hours. So if we were scammers or whatever, I think we would be trying to just hold on to whatever we can and fight everybody. But look, we're fair people. Get involved if you want to get involved. If you don't want to get involved, follow us and see how things go. But thanks for your support, everybody. And we've got an hour now, and I apologize if I'm not making absolute sense, but I am very, very tired, and I'm looking forward to just getting some sleep soon. So could maybe wrap this up. And if you have issues, then just two things very quickly. So if you had issues with any type of payments, email them to support@earth2.io. We will fix them. We will resolve those issues for you. And I've heard that some users are having issues logging in. This is happening to a small number of users compared to how many we have. But I've heard that some people are having issues logging in. In most cases, it's something simple. In some cases, we need to investigate a little bit further. But in most cases, if you're having issues logging in, simply email from your account email to support, tell them that you're having login issues, give us your username and the email for the account, and once we get to it, we could probably fix it quite quickly. They're probably the last two comments I'll say.
All right. Answering two questions in the chat. Yes, we're going to re-upload this live stream on YouTube, but you'll be able also to watch it on Twitch TV. And someone else was asking for social media links. You can find those on the website, or for the Twitch users down below in the description tab. So yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone for watching, for being with us during this hour. This is our first live stream. And yes, again, thanks to everyone for the huge support that for the huge support and kind comments I've been reading through the chat. We love you. Thank you. Really kind of you guys, really a lot. That's it. Thank you again for watching, and see you next time, or see you on Discord and social media. Thanks again, guys. Bye bye.